Hey y'all, today I created this makeup look, so if you want to see how I did it, please stick around. Good morning, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's gonna have a great day. As you can see, it's 8:30 in the morning, very early, but I'm taking Skylar to work this morning, so it's time to get ready. So to prep my eyes, somebody asked me to prep my eyes on camera so that they could see what I do. Basically, I just take any concealer that I'm using that day and I just put it all over my lids and all over up under. I don't cut my eyebrows out because usually when I do that, I end up going over my eyebrows. So I just do it like this. I've got to practice how to cut my eyebrows out, but these are fake eyebrows anyway, so I don't think it really matters. And then I get a tiny little sponge, and then I just pat it in. And then I usually have some left over, so I go in the middle just to spread it out. Oops. My eye still hurts a little bit when I touch it. And then when I use colors mostly is when I use the P. Louise eyeshadow base, but just to show you how I do it, I'll show you. I use the P. Louise eyeshadow base, and then I just put a tiny bit in the crease because a little goes a long way, so you don't want to use too much. And then I take a fluffy brush like this and I just kind of spread it out. Today I'm using brown shadow, so I don't really need this, but I just wanted to show you. And just make sure it's all spread out evenly. You don't want any piles because then your eyeshadow will look crazy. And then I just take whatever powder I'm using that day and a powder brush, and then just go lightly on the top with some powder to set it. And that's how I prep my eyes. All right, so for primer, I want to use this stuff. I've never used this. I was given this. This is the Rodial Pink Diamond Lifting Oil. It says lift and illuminate. Here's what it says. A velvety lightweight oil to smooth the complexion with diamond powder and lifting complex for a rejuvenated plumped look. Vitamin C and E for a supple complexion. Marshmallow root, known to brighten the look of skin. Diamond powder helps to reflect ambient light across the skin for a boost of radiance. So I'm going to use this as a primer. Now, it doesn't say that it's a primer, but I just want to use it just to see. And it is an oil. I'm just going to go a little bit like that. Oh yeah, it is definitely an oil. I'm not sure if you're supposed to just use this on the skin or what. It smells interesting and it has a fragrance to it, but it's not a great fragrance. So I don't know how this is going to do under makeup, but as you can see, it leaves a nice glowy look to the skin. Maybe this is something that you should use like when you're doing your no makeup days. Hopefully this doesn't screw up my foundation because it is very oily. I'm just going to keep rubbing it in and see if I can get it to dry down a little bit. So it leaves a nice radiance to the skin. All the other things I'm not sure about, like the Brighten the Look of Skin, the diamond powder. I don't know about all of that. I just know that it leaves a nice radiant look to the skin. And then for foundation, I'm going to use the Sheglam foundation stick. I've got hair all over me because I just did my hair and it's falling out. This is a Skin Magnet High Coverage foundation stick, and this is in the shade Fair. I haven't used this in a while. I don't normally go for this because it's a stick, and that just kind of, I don't know, kind of weirds me out a little bit. Yeah, I can tell that that oil is kind of making my foundation more sheer. So hopefully we can work with it. Because this foundation is full coverage for sure. All of the Sheglam foundations are full coverage. Oh, I just got that in my nose ring. Okay, let me blend this in and see if I can work with it or not. Let me use this brush. Seems to be blending in okay. What do we think? Let me blend it out with this sponge. Yeah, I can tell it is more sheer because of that oil. I might go in with another layer. Yeah, let me go in with another layer and see what happens. So yesterday, you know, I told you that I didn't really like the lashes that I had on yesterday. And then when I was editing the video, I realized they looked pretty good. So I'm going to give those lashes another shot today and see what I think. I cut them back to like almost half lashes, 3/4 lashes maybe, but I really liked them in the video. It's just that wearing them in person, they looked a little strange. So I'm just going to give them another shot and see what I think. I'm not going to go in with the brush this time, just the sponge. This is looking better. I don't think I'll use that Rodial as primer again, but I just wanted to try it. I might use it as like maybe a skincare product. Oh man, oh come on. I just went over my eyebrows. I need to fix that. That looks better. Looks a little much now, but let me see. It's nice coverage, nice shade. It's a very nice foundation. I just don't grab for it that often. So let me see if I can fix my eyebrows. I use the Maybelline Build-A-Brow to kind of color them in. It's hard to use this stuff over foundation. And especially a thick, heavy foundation like this one. Somebody's knocking on my neighbor's door like they're cops. You ever have somebody knock on your door like that? Like banging on your door like it's cops or something? So for concealer, I'm going to use the Sheglam concealer in the shade Linen. This concealer is not for the faint of heart. It's very high coverage and it's very light. You can get them in different shades, but I like them in the lightest shade possible because I like a bright under eye. So this is the shade Linen and it's the lightest one they have. But if you like a bright under eye and lots of full coverage, then this is the concealer for you. And you can get it on Amazon. You don't have to go through Shein. And then for, oh, it's right here. For bronzer, I'm going to use the W7 Cheeky Dip. This is in the shade Fierce. I don't know how much of this I have left. Oh, you know what? I think I'm running out. I think I'm going to have to use something else. Those things they're very nice, but in those little tiny bottles, it doesn't last long. Sheglam has some of those, and they just don't last long because they're in such a little tiny bottle. So I haven't used this in a while. This is the Sheglam bronzer stick, and this is in the shade Camel, and it looks nasty. I'm going to try to use this. I haven't used this in forever. I'm just going to take my sponge and go like this. This is kind of a dark shade, so I'm going to go easy. That looks pretty good. I used to just put this right on my cheeks and it was so dark that it was hard to blend out. So that's why I just put it on my sponge first. I'm going to blend that out. This is in the shade Camel. Did I say that? Camel Suede. Then I'm going to take my first sponge out, go around the edges. For blush, I'm going to use the Colourpop liquid blush in the shade Super Shy. I want to get some more of these blushes. I want to get different colors. I really like them. And then back in with the foundation sponge. Just to blend that in, make it seamless. And then for powder, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC10. And then for setting spray, the Colourpop No Filter setting spray. For highlighter, I'm going to use this palette again. This is the P. Louise whatever, the feather. And this is it here. I think I'm going to go through a combination of these two. So I can't decide which one I want to use. So I'm going to use both of them. Just going to dip back and forth. So pretty. I know I'm making it a little intense, but that's okay. This side never seems to show up as good as the other side. Don't know why. Whoa, that's intense. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Milani Luminoso. This is a beautiful blush. An orangey coral. It's beautiful. It's pretty intense too. It's pretty pigmented. And then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. And this is in the shade Sun Bronze. Did I tell y'all that my grandbaby is walking? She's so smart. She started walking 2 months earlier than my kids did. She started walking at 11 months. She's just a genius. She's so damn cute. She's still bald as a cue ball, has no hair. But my daughter was the same way. Her mother was the same way. She didn't get any hair, didn't start getting any hair until she was like 2 years old. So for my eyes, I'm going to use the P. Louise All I See Is Signs palette. I'm going to use the bottom tray, which is this one here. And I'm going to use some of the browns and then I think the yellows. So we're going to do like a little bit of just regular brown eyeshadow and then a pop of yellow somewhere. So I'm going to go into the shade Signals as my transition shade. Am I even using the right kind of brush? I'm not sure. It's a fluffy brush, so I'm going to use it. It's a nice transition shade. And then let me see what color this is. It looks like a brown, but it also looks like a purple. Let me see what it swatches out. That's purple. I think I'm going to use it anyway. Wait, let me see what color this is. That's brown. I'll use that shade. Get one of my angled brushes. Here, I'll need this brush for later. I'm just going to use this brush. Okay, and I'm going to go into the shade called Love to See It. What is that shade? That's an interesting shade. What's a shimmer? Interesting. It hurts. Still hurts like right on top of my eyeball. I didn't put any medicine in it yesterday, and it actually felt better. So I don't know what that's all about. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I just hit the microphone, I think. All right, and I'm going to go back into my fluffy brush. I'm going to blend this out with a shade called, oh, I like this Attract shade. I'm going to go out, blend it out with a shade called Attract. I mean, it's good that my straightener goes off automatically, but give me a little more time. I'm going to find a fluffy brush with nothing on it and blend up here. These lines are getting a little harsh up here. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a shade called Message, and that's this yellow shade here. This is a bright yellow. And then I'm going to go in with this shimmer here. Probably could just go in with just the shimmer, but I'll do it the hard way. Just a little bit of yellow, just right in that inner corner. Oh, I think that looks so cute. And then I'm going to go into the shimmer shade called Creator and just put that right on top and in the inner corner. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful shimmer. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to go put on my big fluffy lashes that I hated yesterday and see if I like them anymore today. And my lip liner, and I'll be back. Okay, I still don't know if I like these lashes or not. I'm just on the fence about them so much, but I'm going to leave them on all day and go with that. So for lip liner, I used Colourpop BFF3. And then for lipstick again, I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. I think those two go good together. I wish Maybelline would come out with a better doe foot than this, though. First world problems. So that's it for me for today. I hope you guys like this look. I love the pop of yellow. I just think that looks so cool. So thanks for hanging out with me, y'all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.